Good morning, CSLSimiValley! Woo! Oh, we're growing, we're expanding. Oh, a stool. Whenever there's a stool in a room that looks like this, crowded, this is the position I'm used to. Staring in the corner at the wall. Were you talking again? Yes. Oh, that's me, too close to that. So, hi. So good to see everyone here. What's up, Sanford? Eileen, how you doing? Welcome home. Beautiful. Hey, can we kick off a birthday song?
Sure.
This person just hates this kind of stuff, which means I love it. Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait,
Ready?
Yeah.
It's for Mary. It's for Mary DiVincenzo.
Right.
Mary DiVincenzo. Okay, so we get to that part, you'll know who. I'm gonna pay for this. Oh my God. Okay.
Now, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you. Had to do it. Gosh, let's see, what's going on here? What else is happening? Well, it's just good to be back. Yeah. And I understand that there are other folks that are still hanging out at home, so we still have Hello, Virgin!
Hi, Virgies!
On the website, hello on the Facebook page, all those folks that have joined us from back in other parts of the country, so glad you're still with us, and also on YouTube now, too. So we got a lot of places that we're passing the message along to continue to hold ourselves together in the community, to continue to live our vision and our mission. Let's do our vision and mission statement together right now. Here it is. We're community, inclusive, loving, and authentic. We celebrate all paths to God in gratitude, empowering self and others. We serve compassionately through outreach, inspiration, and education. That's who we are. That's why we're here, and here's what we do. Where is the person that's doing what we do? There she is.
I'm right here.
Hey, Maggie. We do prayer, and Maggie's going to do it for us this morning.
We love you, Maggie. Oh, I love you, too. God, I'm so glad to be here with you guys. Let's take a deep breath. And let it go. As we start everything in the center, it's with a positive prayer. So please join me. You can close your eyes if you'd like to, or you don't have to. It's totally up to you. So let's come together in this one beautiful space of love. God is all there is. One God, one divine intelligence that works in and through us and everything around us. We see that and feel that today. We feel the connection today. We know that as we move through this day, the service this morning gives us inspiration, powers us to move forward in everything that we're doing. We are so grateful for our One Spirit band, for the practitioners, for the ministers, for all the staff, everyone that helps today, and for everyone that is part of this service that makes it perfect. Because it is perfect right here and right now. We have that perception. So we walk into this day with happiness and gratitude and love in our hearts. And I am so grateful. So I release these words into law knowing it's done. And together we say,
and so it is. Here we go. Holy, holy. 1, 2, 3, and... Holy, 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 Spirit within me.
reading this morning. What I try to do when I am practitioner on call, I use keywords from the affirmation. And I put in transformation when I was looking this up, and this is what came up, and I thought it was fitting. The spiritual practice of transformation holds within its wide embrace the personal renewals that come with spiritual awakening, conversion, mystical empathies, and an enlightenment. It covers a deepening that takes place when we get in touch with our higher self or spirit. Transformation usually involves the shedding of the old ways. How many people like to shed the old ways? Yeah, I'm there too. Especially the ones that become burdens. This practice proclaims that no matter who you are, no matter what you already happened, what has already happened to you, no matter what you have done, it is still possible to be and do something new. Transformation implies a marked change in your life, but you can practice it by making simple changes. Start by doing something different. Walk a different way to the store, or take a different route to church. Answer the telephone with a different hand. How many people always answer the phone with the same hand? Try something different. I've tried when I shower in the morning, I realize I always start at the same place. So make yourself start somewhere else.
We have Alexa do it.
Signal spirit that you're willing to accept change in your life and to be an agent of change in the world. With transformation comes healing and wholeness. It's as if they have been waiting in the wings all along until you've made room for them on stage. So this is our information. I'm going to read it first. Then I'm going to ask you to read it with me. I am an energy center powered up and ready for spirituality-inspired divine transformation. Oh, please join me. I am an energy-centered, powered up, and ready for spirituality transformation. Oh, wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and I believe we have our singer coming up.
I love Mike, but please welcome Coco Dolan.
Coming, there we are. It's a joy to be here again. I haven't been here for a while. And this song I'm going to do, first of all, I just have to tell you, was given to me especially by a minister 1,000 years ago, at least, Clara Bujo, and I hope you enjoy it. There's a place where I know peace and love forever flow in the center of me, and I'll give all my time to return to that divine feeling in my soul. For I have the key to that great mystery, and I'll freely share it with you. So just close your eyes and go with the tide, where all corners meet and rainbows hide, and shadows and light are illusions aside. Now just bask in the warmth of the glory of love, and know you're in heaven right here in heaven right now. So just close your eyes and go with the tide, where all corners meet and rainbows hide, and shadows and light are illusions aside. Now just bask in the warmth of the glory of love, and know you're in heaven right now. You are here, you're here in heaven right now. I am here, you are here, we are here.
There we go. All you have to do is push the button. Go figure. It's now that time for the GAP, God Awareness Place. And I don't know, when I first started, I thought meditation was something that you had to sit in the lotus position and put your finger in your belly button and say Om. So that's not it. Just go within and take 3 minutes. That's all it is 3 minutes. Take a deep breath and just let your thoughts go by. Don't connect to them. Just relax. Put your feet on the floor and just breathe.
everywhere I am, everywhere I am.
Oh. And if you want to go back into the awareness of the sanctuary, just take a deep breath. Give yourself some love and everyone around you. Namaste.
I'd like to bring Coco back up, and as she's coming back on the stage, I want to introduce the silver-haired man here, tickling the ivories with me today, is Dave Watkins.
On a clear day, rise and look around you, and you'll see who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you, the glow of your being outshines every star. You'll feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore. You can hear from far and near a word you've never heard before. And on that clear day, on that clear day, you will see forever and ever. That's Dave Watkins. On that clear day, just rise and look around you, and you'll see just who you are. On that clear day, it will astound you. The glow of your being outshines every star. You will feel a part of every mountain, sea, and store. You can hear from far and near a world you've never heard before. And on that clear day, on that clear day, you will see forever and ever and ever. You will see forever and ever and ever. You will see who you are. You're just a superstar. You will see who you are. You will see on that clear day.
Go, darling!
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, indeed, on that clear day. We'll see just who you are, the special soul that you are. You know, I'm so blessed to have a younger brother who supplies me with these wonderful, lovely shirts. And this morning, as I was getting ready to come in, I was drinking my morning herbs, trying to get that health thing working. And I looked over next to me on the little table there, and what in front of me was this other lovely shirt from my brother T. Michael Rambo. I don't know if you can see it. It says, "You matter unless you multiply yourself by the speed of light. Then you energy." And I thought I wanted to wear it for the service, but it's a sweatshirt and it's seamy. But here, because it fits so well. But here, I'll put that right there. Yeah, you matter. And you energy. And I love it. It says, unless you multiply yourself by the speed of light, by the speed of divine light, you matter and you are energy. You are powered up and ready to go. That's what it says. You are powered up and ready to go. We were born ready because we were inspired by the divine light of Spirit. We were created by the divine light of Spirit. Spirit went blink, and there you are. Right? Just like little Tabitha on Bewitched. Blink, blink, you know, because she could do the news thing. I love being around a bunch of folks that understand. You know? I mean, yeah, we talk about wanting a sanctuary full of millennials, and I love my millennials. I love them. I gave away my albums to a dear friend of mine who's in the millennial lifestyle, and she loved them. She was so happy to get them. I'm happy that all my albums are now on Spotify, you know, because she wanted the vinyl. But if I had done a Tabitha line in front of a bunch of millennials, they'd be like, huh? What? Born ready. But are you sure? Are we sure that we're ready? And many times our life displays the fact that maybe we're not sure. Maybe we're not sure. Because if we know that we're born ready, if we know that we are powered up with divine energy, then life flows for us in certain ways. We don't get a lot of that dis-ease, that Monday morning stress about going back to work because maybe you're working a job that's not fulfilling your tendencies, to filling your talents and your skills to its highest level of being. Maybe that's what's going on for you. Or maybe you're just sitting in a space of depression. It happens to all of us, you know. You breathe in, you breathe out. We get that going on. Maybe it's a little sadness, a little unhappiness going on. These are evidences that perhaps we're not recognizing that powered up divine energy that's working within us. Yeah, our reality is about ideas. It's about our ideas and the ideas that we hold, the ideas that we live by, because the universe is listening to that subconscious conversation constantly going on and bringing that out. So if we have mixed ideas, we're going to have mixed results. We're going to have a little bit of happiness and a little bit of sadness. We're going to have a little bit of joy and a little bit of sorrow. Now, yes, life does breathe in, breathe out. We're at the beach. We're watching the waves coming in and out and just thinking about that whole circulation pattern that's happening everywhere. I'm not saying it didn't happen that way, but our experience of it and our acceptance of it and our ability to have resilience for all of that is key and is keenly tied to this understanding of our powered up nature, of our divine light nature, and living from that and accepting that and letting that be a part of us on a regular basis. I've been reading a lot of Holmes lately. I read a lot of Dr. Holmes anyway, but I've been kind of refreshing my memory of some of his wonderful books. And in the book called The Power of Ideas, he talks about working with a woman who had been to a lot of different doctors. She kept waking up lethargic, and her body was aching, and she found she had no energy. She was exhausted all the time, and every doctor could not find anything that was going on, could not find out any medical reason for what was happening for her. So she went to see Dr. Holmes, thinking that maybe he could help. And he thought through it, he talked to her, and he says, you know, you may not want to believe this idea, but your problem is lack of enthusiasm for life. That's why you're having this illness, a lack of enthusiasm for life. What are you doing with your life? She says, I'm trying to figure out how to feel better. You're trying to figure out how to feel better, but are you feeling better? Are you living better? What did you used to do that made you feel good? She says, what do you mean? Well, at a time, were you feeling good in your life? Yes. When was that? When I was teaching piano and playing piano I loved it. Then get out your piano, dust off the keys, and play the piano. Oh, my fingers are too stiff. I don't have any energy. That's what I was talking about. Lack of enthusiasm for life. What does lack of enthusiasm mean? What is enthusiasm? In theism, in Godism, living that energy of the divine. And because she wasn't doing that, she was suffering a bit. But she took it to heart. She went home. She opened up the piano. She with the fingers started to play. Right? Maybe not that tickly at first. More like, probably like that. Yeah. But eventually it got to, because she had yeah. Got a team. Persistent ideas take form in our lives. Knowing that we have the resilience, knowing that we are powered up, knowing that we are ready to go, lets us act with energy, gives us the ability to go. The truth of us is this. Dr. Holmes says it. He says, if God saw fit to make you and me, we belong and we are needed. And God would be incomplete without us, or he would never have made us. So in any of those moments when you're feeling in any way less than, try to remember this. And even the less than experience, let that be a thought stopper for less than. When you're feeling anything that's less than the most joyous experience of life, bing, oh yeah, because I'm supposed to remember that I belong, that I am needed, that I'm a vital part of creation, else creation would not have put me here in the first place. It's okay to question. It's okay to have doubt. Doubting Thomas is a very valuable, important part of the Bible. Having doubt is good because it allows us to deepen into our conviction. It's okay. But the point of the matter is, we are supposed to be here. I have a really good friend, and I had a couple of good friends. Oh, I'm so blessed. But this particular one that I want to know, I'd say, Spency, how you doing today? He'd say, I got 99 problems and reality's not one of them. 99 problems, reality's not one of them. Because you know what? Reality is not a problem. Except here. We create the problem that reality is. Our version of reality is sometimes the problem, but reality itself is not. And some of it comes from this wonderful concept, imputed meanings. Imputed meanings. You want a cup of coffee. Tastes good, brings you joy. It's just a beverage from some beans that are crushed together, mixed with some hot water. Boom, you got coffee. Or cold pressed, you got coffee. But inside that, there might be an idea of, ooh, coffee brings me comfort, a layered meaning. Coffee gives me energy, a layered meaning. There's power in the coffee, not because there's power in the coffee, because there's power in the meaning, and we have the power to create the meaning. You decide to check your bank account first thing in the morning because money brings a sense of security, brings an idea of options, lets you know you can do things. You have flexibility, and you have maybe even some status in this thing called America, where money seems to be so important that we have longer shows on the radio that talk about the stock market than we have that talk about how to have better health. Layers. It's just a thin, congealed energy. Little slip of paper, you drop it on the, well, maybe a couple of drops of paper on the Starbucks, and boom, it popped into a cup of coffee. Now you feel comfort. You feel secure. You buy a certain brand. Why? Sense of status. Builds a sense of esteem. Layered meanings. Meanings have power, but the power is not in the object. The power is how we define the importance of the object. And if we understand that and take that to its source, that means that we are the determiners of our reality. And that's why we can have 99 problems and reality does not have to be one of them, because we create the meaning. And we're so comfortable with what we create. And that comfort is, yes, it's great to feel the comfort, but the comfort is also something to stay aware of because it gets in the way of what Maggie was talking about, that transformation. See, we are here to be transformed into something incredibly great with each and every day that we move through life. Pema Chodron talks about this. He says we all have our own version of reality created by our ego, which is always turning from the open-ended nature of how things are and trying to maintain the familiar. We get stuck in the idea of the importance of the coffee when we forget that we can bring ourselves a sense of energy. Maybe it's about learning a little Tai Chi, or waking up and turning into pretzel, or tuning in with Debbie on Wednesday and doing some yoga. Who knows what it is? There's other things to do to bring the energy. But we get caught in what's familiar. We want to maintain it. As Maggie was saying, pick up the phone with the other hand when you cross here. And it's hard. You got to get out of the comfort zone, right? Put your hands together. Boom. Do this. Okay. Now, switch them. Ooh. Whoa. What is that feeling? That's the feeling of potential transformation taking place within you. Right? You want a new reality? Got to have a new vision. That leads to true transformation. Now, we can do this by choice, or we can wait, because the universe loves us to grow, and it will surely burst your bubble and give you opportunity to grow. You'll walk into work one day, and the boss will put a piece of paper on your desk, and it's not a memo, because you know it's not a memo, because it's pink. Your relationships will end. Maybe life will end. The bubble will burst. But true transformation takes place in that moment. When I was a kid living here in L.A., before we moved back to Detroit, I had a desire to learn to play the trumpet. And a friend of the family said, "Oh, we got a great trumpet player for you who can teach your son to play the trumpet." His name was John Duke. So I go to John Duke's house, and he's showing me and telling me how to hold the aperture, how my lips together, and how to hold the trumpet and finger and everything. And I said, "Well, where's your trumpet?" "Oh, I don't play the trumpet anymore." "You don't play the trumpet anymore?" No. I had a problem with my jaws and lost the ability to tighten my lips. But I know how the trumpet's played. I play the bass now. He became a great stand-up bass player when he could not play the trumpet anymore. He was with Count Basie. He was the Earl Hines Band. But he was my trumpet teacher. And he never played the trumpet. Because when his bubble burst and he could no longer blow through the lips, he recognized he really loved music. He picked up the bass, he learned the bass, and he was fantastic at the bass, and ended up having an amazing career in stand-up bands. Dr. Joseph Murphy, wonderful Science of Mind minister. If you set up resistance in your mind to the flow of life through you, this emotional congestion will get snarled up in your subconscious and cause all kinds of negative conditions. He could have taken that diagnosis. That lady could have left Dr. Holmes' office and never dusted off her piano. We could decide to let the pink slip be the end of our existence and go into a depression turtle and not know who knows what's going to happen next. Or we can move this emotional congestion that's trying to get snarled in the subconscious and get rid of the negative conditions by recognizing that we are powered up and ready to go. There's an energy within us that knows exactly what to do, when to do it, where to do it, and is doing it now by means of you. And that requires us to stay close to our spiritual connection. Stay close to that spiritual connection, because that has so much greater power than any material appearance. Remember the layered meanings that we're talking about. And because the meanings are layered and we apply the meanings, we can apply new meanings to whatever situation comes along. But it takes willingness to get into that transformational experience. It takes dropping those imputed meanings. It takes being committed to get over the resistance and the inertia of staying where we are. We're so comfortable. But there's so much joy in taking a different route to Ralph's. You might find something you hadn't seen before. Get powered up, my friends. Step into the flow of life. See, creation is ongoing. It never stops. It's always happening each and every moment. Woke up this morning and yes, my eyes are laid on spirit. They truly were. Because right there, the first thing I saw this morning was a hummingbird outside my window. The sedum that's hanging, I got a hanging sedum, it's in bloom, there's little yellow red flowers, and there's the hummingbird just pecking away at it. And I was thinking, yeah, that sedum is off to be a sedum somewhere else soon because the pollen is being transferred by the hummingbird's actions. Creation is always going on and always taking place. And it's especially busy outside our comfort zone. That's where the most incredible creation is taking place. If you want some excitement in your life, try something that makes you uncomfortable. That's the place where you're going to find the most healing, the most joy, the most gladness in your life. That's where the joie de vivre exists, in that space where you're doing something you never thought you could do before. And as you hear those words, if a little bit of doubt comes up, that's good. If a little bit of fear rises, that's good. But if any guilt comes up, it says, I should have done, I would have, could have, should have. If that comes up, let that go. Let that go. And I say to let it go because this experience that we're talking about around life, and this breathing that I was talking about a minute ago, the ebb and the flow, it requires sometimes that we take our time. And so the time it takes is the time it takes. And this is what grace is all about. So the guilt is not serving you in any way. The idea to service is to be true to the idea, to be true to the vision, to be true to our transformability, and know that that's where I'm going. And that happens in staying in this present moment of being right here, coming to know and coming to believe that I have the power to make the change. And you have the power because you were already powered up. You were already energy. You matter. You matter. In Ideas of Power, Dr. Holmes says, now this is powerful stuff right here. He believes this, and I want you to believe it too. You can heal everybody you touch. You can bring joy and gladness and love and rationality to every environment. But just knowing you can. By just knowing you can. The silent, invisible flow. Flow, sweet river, flow. I can hear Dr. Holmes right now. He goes into a poem. Flow, sweet river, flow. Just knowing you can. But you cannot do it until first you have admitted it and accepted it. You got to admit it. You got to accept it. That's a process sometimes, but it's okay. Remember, we got plenty of time. We live in the eternal now, and the now keeps coming. It's now. It's now. It's now. It's now. It's now. It's now. It's still now. Can't get out of it. That's why I say, why be guilty? Don't bother that, because it's still now. You still got time. Accept it. Invite it. And believe it. That you are ready and raring to go. And it helps to know this when you know that you are of God, not in God, not a part of God, but of God, belonging within it, living as a part of it, accessible because it's all that we are. It's all around us. It's not something you have to reach for, closer than the neck bone, as Dr. Holmes loved to say. I'm not sure that we in Science of Mind are always as proud of our spirituality as we could be. You know? I mean, in some of our more traditional Christian faiths, they love to walk up to you and say, have you been saved? Is Jesus Christ your Lord and personal Savior? They love to say that stuff. I don't know if we walk around going, have you been demonstrating today? What have you manifested this day? You know you can manifest. We're so modest. We go out, we manifest a new car. Somebody says, lovely car. Yeah, thank you. No, lovely car. Yeah, I manifested that car. No, we don't do that in Science of Mind. Dr. Cole says we are just so overly modest spiritually. But he also says we ought to be modest intellectually and physically and humanly. But spiritually, we do not have to be modest. We're energy centers of the divine. We are made of God. That's a powerful place to come from. And when we can come from that powerful place, that's when can you go back to the one before? When you come from that powerful place, that's when you can heal everybody you touch and bring joy and gladness and love and rationality. Lord knows the world could use some more rationality today.
Hear, hear.
Accept it and believe and admit that you have the power because, back to the next slide, you are of God. Man, that's some cool stuff. That's some cool stuff. That's what we get to do. Adam and Eve are walking through the garden after snacking. They hear the voice. Who hath told thee thee are naked? Who hath told you you're naked? You're of God. Don't, when something great's happening in your life or when you've manifested something incredible, yeah. You tell a kid in Southern Africa, that's a lovely shirt. They don't say, oh, thanks. So, thank you for noticing. There are certain cultures that understand that. We have misplaced our modesty. Spiritually, try not to be modest. Try to recognize. Take a mystical glimpse into your spiritual future and know that you're powered up, ready to go. You got energy because you matter. You can step into infinite possibility and make it your today reality. Don't have 99 problems. And if you do, so what? Just make sure your reality is not one of them. Remember that you are powered up and ready to go. That you are part of a potentially unrecognizable but very provable solution to the good in your life, happening through your definitions of what works for you. By remembering, powered up, ready to go. And so it is. So let's put some energy in this affirmation. I am energy-centered, powered up, and ready for a spiritually inspired divine transformation. Yes, indeed. Let's go into our revealing prayer. This is a moment when it's so wonderful to see so many friends back, so much family back. Dave, thank you for being here. You nailed it on that clear day. That was wonderful. When are you coming back and you going away that he's going to be here without you? The 25th? Okay. 25th. That 2 weeks? Wow. Time, oof, what happened? Seems like just yesterday we were here. I know. It's crazy. We do. So this is the time when we get to pray in family together. We get to step into that powered up experience and bring some gladness and some joy into people's lives by recognizing the truth of who we are and the connection that we are a part of that we can manifest with. What do you want to manifest today? Make it loud, make it proud, say it out, and let's do it together. What do you want to manifest today? Feeling the wave of energy into this room right now, and the wave of energy that's coming through the screens right now, and sending that back, practicing this law of circulation, knowing that as I breathe in and breathe out, it is spirit that I'm breathing in and spirit that I'm breathing out, attaching to me a power and a presence that I can use for good, that you can use for good. And I know that when I recognize that and step fully into this power, I can manifest that which is setting me up for the highest, most joyous experience of life. I know by this word I push aside any thoughts of lack and limitation and allow prosperity and abundance to be the experience and joy of my life. I know by this word I push aside any physical malady and allow health and wholeness and well-being to be the experience of my life. I know by this word I push away any distress, dis-ease, or disharmony and allow joy and harmony and happiness to be the experience of my life. I know by this word I set up a state of resilience and transformation ability. And what I know for myself, I know is true for each and every person here. We stand in a powered space on holy ground, stepping into our good with every motion that we take. We pass over a threshold that brings us from this now moment to the next now moment, but brings with it an emergence of our good. By holding to this truth and standing in this presence, I know that there is a power within me that knows, that informs, and that I follow. By releasing this prayer into a law that hears it with these words, and so it is. Mm-hmm. We have had a pretty darn good 16-month run in the virtual world. Speaking of spiritual manifestations, we were able to manifest a couple of new things here and there for the center, little facial uplift for the center, to hold a relationship with our landlord who offers us an opportunity to practice the principles on a pretty regular basis. And I'm really grateful to him for his graciousness around the rent, because we were manifesting most of what we needed financially, so all of our vendors are paid on time. We have nothing outstanding. At a time, there was a time here at this center where net 90 felt like tomorrow. Like that was a regular way for paying our bills. That doesn't happen anymore. They're paid on time. But we have not been able to do that with this rent. We're holding back about 2.5, 3 months of rent. He's been carrying it for us. Well, that's not going to last forever. I see the enthusiasm for our center. I see people coming back, and I'm grateful for that. And now we need to erase that debt. We've got some money in savings, and we can do it with our savings. But savings is for rainy day stuff. This is day-to-day stuff. So I'm asking you to be responsible to your home, which this is, the way you are responsible to your home, which you're going to invite me to sometime this year for me to have dinner. But seriously, I'm serious about this. We need to get rid of this. It's 20 grand. We need to get rid of that. So we need to start stepping forward as best we can. If it's 2 cents, 5 cents, $500, I don't care. Remember the comfort zone thing? Step into the financial discomfort zone and know that as you do so, whatever void you think you are creating in your life by giving a little bit more will be filled by the universe, because the universe does not like the void. Give the universe space to give you more. All right? Here are the ways you can support our center. You see them on the screen. The donating to the website, the texting with the Breeze system, 805-600-5677. Call the office, or that's for all of you at home. Those are your ways. And for you here, we're going to pass the basket. If you are already a conscious giver and you just bless the basket as it goes by. And if you desire to be a conscious giver one day and you're not yet, bless the basket anyway as it goes by. And if you don't want to drop anything in, that's okay too. No shame, no guilt, no blame. But that's our situation today. In order to affirm the good that's happening in all of our lives, we have an affirmation statement that we say. And I think if you say this, keeping your thought in mind and recognizing that you are CSLSimiValley, these words work on your behalf too. Here it is. It says, do it with me. Divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing. For CSLSimiValley, now, divine love is victorious. Here are your announcements for this week.
God bless everyone. Oh, I know we are so blessed as I look at the energy flowing in and through our baskets. And know that right here and right now, this energy flows through the center, out into our community, out into the world, and uplifts and brings us together. We are so grateful. I know that as we give, we receive. And no matter where we are or what we're doing, God is all there is. I see that and feel that and hear that now. Gratitude for everyone here today. Gratitude for everyone that gives online. Gratitude for this center, for staying open for all of us. I release these words into the law of mind, knowing as they're said, they're done. And together we say, and so it is.
Talk about stepping out of your comfort zone. Yes, sir. First time I ever did this song. First time we practiced it today. So if I use my cheat sheet here, you'll have to excuse me.
No problem.
And we have the lovely singers with us today who just stepped in at rehearsal. Duh. Wonderful. Thank you.
It's the way we roll.
Way you roll. Okay, this song is called Higher Power. You can say it in a mantra, you can pray it in a prayer. Climb the highest mountain, kneel beside a temple, maybe you will find it there. Bathe in its fountain, look for the steeples and the ivory towers. Look in your heart and you will find your highest power is waiting there for you, watching over you. And your highest power is there if you believe, strong enough to be all the power you will ever need. You know you can't see the meaning of your life, blinded by sorrow. Only faith can bring the vision to our eyes, a light we can follow. In the valley of your darkest hour, look through your tears and you will find your highest power is waiting there for you, watching over you. And your highest power is there if you believe, strong enough to be all the power you will ever need. Mohammed, Jehovah, the Father and the Son, Great Spirit, the Goddess, look inside, you'll find your highest power is there if you believe, strong enough to be, trust your highest power. Yes, if you believe, strong enough to be all the power you will ever need. All the power you will ever need.
Coco Dolan.
That is called demonstrating, dear. That's it. Step outside. Step outside. Ah, that's great. Okay. Let's see. So thanks so much for our team today, for Ron for you doing your stage work, and for Becky and Linda for doing the ushering today, Maggie for your wonderful prayers, Gregory back in the video booth, and Darlene on the big cam. Hey! Always a Soul Purpose Band. Great to have you here with us. And Dave, thanks for joining them today. A lot of stuff happening. We got a board meeting this week, and anyone can come to the board meeting. It's open to all. It's at 6 on Thursday. It was 7 when we were video. 6 live in the library. Check out that library if you want. And, yeah, and you can take a book, bring a book. You can use a computer there if you need to, all that kind of stuff. You might have seen something up there that said recycles for the 3 Door Fund. So, yeah, we're now part of our joy is that we've got these recovery groups that are using the building now, and we also have the after-school program. So while we have a landlord, we are in a way a landlord too. So it's really important that we keep the space looking nice and clean and neat for folks when they're coming in, because we're hosting. You know, when people come over, right? What do? You clean up. Some of you clean up before the maid comes. What is that all about? I say some of you. I used to do that. Yeah. So as a result of that, we only are taking the recyclables on Sunday, when our dear loving Kostag can come and pick them up and take them home with him and take them to the recycle spot. Right? So only bring them on Sunday. Don't bring them during the week, because we have people using the classroom during the week, and we don't want it to look like a recycle center. And then we're going to use the money for the 3 doors. You know which 3 doors? Did you see? Did you guess? Can you guess which 3 doors? Darlene, no. All right, think about it. When you walk around, think about it. We'll ask you next week, because we'll still be doing it and see which 3 doors they are. All right? Okay, so that's it. And yeah, we're really happy to have the people using the building, because it's really great to have the energy. The kids, having the kids here during the week has been so much fun. I'm in my office around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I hear craziness. I want to go back there with them. They sound like they're having so much fun. Yes, indeed. Speaking of kids, it's time for the Cosmic Kids. Do we have some today? Cosmic Kids, come on out. All right, how about the Cosmic Kid? Where's Dr. Susan? Is it today? Is it today? Yeah. Oh, hello. Hey, that's not Emily. Who is this young lady? Juniper? Yeah. I love that name. Yeah, well, before you guys get to speak, something else is happening. Oh, you need to come this way, because Jen's not going to come up there. Come this way.
No. I can.
No, you stay there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi. Can I back up a little and then take my mask off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So people can
Yes.
hear me?
Yes. For speaking. Yes,
Thank you.
please.
I know I've got my back to some people here, so. We're on. We are. Good morning, everybody. Oh, thank you. I'm going to stand over here because I see this beautiful, beautiful child. And I look at the children, and I look at some of us who have grown so much. Not all of the children that you've inspired have been the little ones. Some of them have really been the grown-up ones. We have grown, we have thrived because of your teaching, your patience, your devotion, your dedication to our center. And we'd like to also just talk to you this morning, just for a quick moment, about the Sacred Sisters group here. I was with you many years ago. I was. And you were fabulous. And because of your inspiration, you inspired me to, I guess, take over the baton many years later. And and I can tell you, I love the honor and the privilege of being able to do that. But you're always in the back of my mind, always inspiring me when I talk to these fabulous ladies that we now have. If you're a sacred sister here in the group, can I get you to stand up or raise your hand or something so that we can acknowledge these, Dr. Susan, these beautiful women. Kathy, come on up. These beautiful, beautiful, amazing women came from your inspiration, came from your mentoring. And I thank you, and our entire group of women would like to thank you. We have something very special for you. John, can you help me for just a moment? We have a little card which you can choose to do now or later. Is specifically from our secret sisters.
Let's see. I don't know how that even happens. That's an amazing feat. Don't teach John how to do that.
I am that little ever-ready bunny out there.
I lost my privilege.
And I love it, absolutely love it. We have a little something that I did it again.
Here, I'll come and hold the mic for you. I'll be your mic stand.
Thank you.
And you just talk and do what you need to do.
Dr. Susan, it is my privilege and my pleasure and my honor to provide you with a very special thank you in behalf of all of the Sacred Sisters. This is something special for you. I don't know if you can read it or you'd like me to read it, whatever you're most comfortable with.
The tears aren't going to allow it. Sorry.
Oh. All righty, that I can do. The Sacred Sisters honor and celebrate our sister, Dr. Susan Halton, for the blessing of 30 amazing years filled with love, inspiration, and dedication, with our deepest gratitude, now and always. And it is dated for 2021, Center for Spiritual Living, CSLSimiValley.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Oh, that's beautiful.
And we have, I also would like to present, this is Kathy, I know you.
I know, Kathy.
And Kathy has a little something for you also that we would also to honor you.
Oh.
Kathy, would you like to say something?
Yeah.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but
oh.
okay, this is from all of us. It is from all of us, from the Sacred Sisters, and it also represents the beauty of the gift that you've given us. Thank you so very much. We can give you that. We also have a little special card for you.
Oh, thank
It's, again, now or later, whichever you prefer. But it is from...
later.
Okay.
Maybe later.
And we also want to say thank you for everything for the center over the last 30 years. My gosh, 30 years of this kind of love and devotion and dedication. What an incredible, incredible woman you are. So proud.
Thanks, Jan.
Thank you.
Thank you, sisters. Now let you do your cosmic stuff, and I'll take all this from you so you can, because I know you got stuff to do. Got it. Okay.
Do it that time, right? Okay, come on over here, sweetheart. Okay, this morning when we were talking about, read a book about zeros. And you know, a zero is a big circle like this. And this particular zero is a girl. And she felt because there was nothing in the middle, she wasn't anything. She didn't count for anything. And her goal and her desire, with the help of the rest of the numbers, right? They helped her find a way how she could count. And how did she do that?
She did 10 20s.
She did 10, 20, added zeros to the numbers. So everybody counts, no matter how you feel at that particular point in time. If you feel like, I'm not enough, I haven't given enough, I haven't done enough, always remember that you count. And when we add ourselves to one other person, we count even more. So the more that we are, the more that we give. So what this leads to is what we did today. And Juniper, we took her name, and we took my name, and we found words that told pictures about who we are. So I'm just going to say the letter, and can you remember the word? If not, I'll remind you, okay? J.
Journey.
Journey. This is about who she is. Okay, the next letter, what was that?
U.
What was the U?
Understanding.
Understanding. Okay, and the next letter?
N. Nice.
She's very nice. And this is the very first time I've met this little sweetheart. And just by talking to her, these are all the things I discovered about her, too. Okay, and what was the next one? What's the next one?
I.
I. And what was I?
Interesting.
Interesting. She's very interesting. Okay, and the next one?
P.
And what was that one?
Powerful.
Very powerful. Right. And the next one?
E. Exciting.
Exciting. And the next one?
R. Resourceful.
Resourceful. And the last one? Don't you have more letters in your name than that? Are you sure? Okay. Well, I remember the middle name, which is Sky, and to me, in knowing her for such a short period of time, that the sky's the limit for this little one.
Oh,
And that's what we
sweet.
did today.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Nice to meet you. Really wonderful. Let's all stand, and we're going to do our closing benediction, and we will sing. And I'm at home in the heart of God. My life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love.
I release, I let go, I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. No, I'm only here for time. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. No, I'm only here for time. I release, I let go, I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for life. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
If you would like prayer, Reverend Maggie is standing under the exit sign, and she will sit with you in the practitioner room for prayer after service. Thank you very much.
I don't remember what day it was.